All right. All right, let's start. State your name, your age, and where you guys are from.
My name's Marco Fernandez. I'm 40 years old, and we live in Lake Barrington.
Dara, I'm 37.
How long have you guys been wadding here at CrossFit AMRAP?
We've both been doing it a little bit over a year. Just had our 1-year anniversary.
A little bit over a year. And why initially did you guys come to CrossFit AMRAP?
I started because I was doing endurance sports, triathlons, marathons, and I wanted to see if I could enhance that. I've been doing it for 4 years. I hit a plateau, so I wanted to do something a little different. So I thought that would boost that.
Well, we had a couple of friends who talked about CrossFit, but they weren't actual CrossFitters. So it was kind of like an intriguing prospect for us. And we looked it up and found that we lived down the street before, so we had a big convenience factor. So we thought we'd check it out.
Cool. And you guys both went through the foundations?
Yes.
Yes.
What would you say your biggest gains or successes have been since joining a little over a year ago?
For me, the biggest thing was a couple months after I joined, I actually had a blood test, and I saw that my cholesterol had dropped way down. And I've been following it for 10 years, and I couldn't get it below 200, and just with a little diet modification and my high-intensity workouts, I kind of stopped doing the endurance stuff, concentrated on this, and for me, that was the biggest benefit, and that made a world of a difference.
I think for me the most obvious is I lost a little over 20 pounds in the last year, but I'm more well-rounded now than I was before, and a lot stronger, obviously, and I enjoy that. I think that's a great benefit.
Yeah. Also, Dara, you're also recovering from an injury.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about that and how CrossFit is maybe helped you recover faster or allowed you to scale? Or
Sure.
can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure. Well, I had ACL repair in October, and I had about 12 weeks to prepare for that surgery. And during that time, I made sure to strengthen my quads, which was going to take the brunt of the trauma from the surgery. And CrossFit definitely helped with that. My physical therapist is a big fan of CrossFit because she's seen me recover very quickly from the surgery. I think the discipline from CrossFit definitely translates well to being a good, compliant patient with an extended rehab protocol with such like a complicated surgery, I think. I made sure to prepare for my surgery by doing CrossFit, by talking to my surgeons and to my physical therapist before surgery. But after I made sure to scale the WODs properly, I told myself I was going to give myself kind of like a grieving period from the surgery, but then after that I was going to get back into it. So 10 days post-op, I came back to the box, scaled appropriately, made sure I was being challenged without any injury to myself or to the knee. And I didn't have any problem scaling, honestly. I know that I bugged the coaches way ahead of time before I was going to come back and alerted them to what my condition was going to be. And everyone was more than accommodating.
Well, thanks. That's great. How about, can you guys talk a little bit, you've been to other boxes before. What makes this place different than those?
I did visit another box, and I think to me the biggest thing is walking in the door. I mean, there they all kind of look at you kind of funny, and here you have to say hi to everyone, introduce yourself to everyone. I mean, there's over close to 200 members here, and I can say that I almost know all of them. To me, that's pretty fantastic. Aside from that, the coaches are phenomenal here. I mean, you have people who really pay attention to detail, and the number one priority is keeping you safe. For me, that's huge. I mean, I just started CrossFit, and I want to be able to do it for the next 34 years.
Yeah, I think we're very friendly.
What about the kids program? You got Kaya and Gael. They did CrossFit Kids this morning. What do you think about that? Any thoughts on our kids program?
I think it's great. I kind of incorporate it into a lot of things. We go to the
Instead of timeouts, they do burpees.
We work with them with CrossFit in the playground, doing the monkey bars, work on their kipping and stuff like that, but I also incorporated into their homework.
Oh, really?
We have a little fun with it. and basically, if we're doing something and I say, okay, we're going to do homework, you're going to correct it yourself, and if you get so many wrong, you have to do something. And usually I have them either do push-ups, burpees, sit-ups, and they really get into it. And that's just me, but I think that's huge.
That's just you.
And I'm working on them being well-rounded, and I think CrossFit is perfect.
Well, I think it's great because the last few weeks my goal has been pull-ups, and I think the kids have picked up on that, so they've actually been practicing their pull-ups too. And it's kind of nice because we're both enjoying it for the same reasons, you know, simple reasons. Like, it feels great when you get a good kick in. It feels great when you be able to like launch yourself over the bar like that, and it's fun. So it's something that we can both enjoy, even though, you know, I'm the parent.
Well, that's great. Last but not least, any final thoughts to people who might be thinking about joining CrossFit AMRAP?
I think a lot of people really like the idea, but they're very intimidated. So I always encourage everyone, you just have to go in with an open mind and not get caught up in what everyone else is doing. The coaches will take good care of you. You just have to come in and listen to what they're saying, and you should be able to get what you want out of it.
I think the coaches are great and the community is great. Everyone is extremely constructive here. Speaking from my experience, when I first started, Mark knows, I was very intimidated. And I didn't like coming here because I was disappointed at what I could do and what I couldn't do. I wasn't confident with the weights I was doing. I wasn't very happy. But I really challenged myself and said, well, why do you not like it? Or why do you like it? And I found that the reasons why I was disliking it were not the right reasons to stop going. You know, if you take a good look around, a lot of the good people are the ones who have invested time and effort to really master the movements. They spend a lot of time to get up to that weight. They show up early, they stay late, and you have to respect that. And I told myself that's something that I would do for myself. So we've stuck with it, and we really enjoy it.
Well,